I love that song. I'm sorry it cut out on you guys. I love that song. Well, it keeps playing. So hang on just a second. I love this song because it's We Are Family.
We are.
I love that song. It takes me back. For those of you who can take you back to the 80s, can you get it? Woo woo. So my name is Taylor Thompson.
And I'm Larry Thompson.
And we want to welcome you here to Club Friday, where we talk about all the things in the Millionaire Training book and book club. Can I get a heart and a love? Can I get it? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Sheena. Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Anyway, welcome, guys. It's going to be a fun day today. And every Friday we look forward to it. We have no idea what's going to happen. We have some special guests with us from around the globe. And we generally have from 3 different countries, 3 different companies, 3 different product lines, 3 different compensations, and always sharing how this is working for them with the ABC approach, with the Academy, with the book, and the book club. And we're going to have some fun today. So hang in there.
So I see a lot of names here. So if this is your first time on, make sure that you drop a 1 and say, let us know. We want to welcome you to the book club. And if you're on one of our pages, the LT Wealth Building Academy or Larry and Taylor page, you can share this out. Share this out, because what we're going to be talking about today is how do you hone in your skills as an entrepreneur? What are the 2 things that you need to do to hone in your skills as an entrepreneur? So we're going to talk about that. So who do you know that needs to hone in their skills? If you know somebody, share out the page or tag them into the group. Would love for them to join us here.
And I know what you're thinking. I know how distributors think and how everything that goes on. And you're thinking, okay, I'm going to take these notes and I'm going to get this down and it's going to make me gigantic. Here's what I want you to know. The 2 skills that you need to hone in your business as an entrepreneur, you already know how to do it. Right this minute, you know how to do it. You're doing it in more than one area of your life this second already. You're tall enough. You're short enough. You can get the job done. You just got to give yourself permission to take ownership of it.
So I see that we have some people here that maybe this is your first time on, because I see a lot of this right here. Guys, if it says Facebook user and I see a lot of this right here, yes, I don't know who you are. So make sure that you go up on the top of the link where it says StreamYard, and there's a little link that gives them StreamYard permission to show us who you are, because we want to say hi to you, not just Facebook user. We want to say hi. So make sure you give them permission. And because we're going live on several different platforms, not just one. So we're in a couple of different groups. We're on a couple of different pages here. So we want to make sure that we're including everybody, and we want to say hi to you all. So let's talk about this. What Larry just said is so true, right? Those 2 things, you may think that is the magic answer, whatever we're going to share, right? But the reality is, you guys already know it. You know what that is. You already know that answer. And you're thinking, what are those 2 things? But you already know what it is. Can I get a guess? Can I get a guess over here? Can you share with me what you think it may be?
Oh, that
and
would be interesting.
If you read the book, you already know the answer.
If you're in the Academy, you definitely know the answer. You might not have connected the dots, but you know the answer.
I love this. So let's talk about this. What are the 2 things? Number 1 is consistency. Consistency of effort, consistency of time, consistency of going to the gym. Guys, if you're going to lose weight, if you're going to get in shape, what does that mean? You got to go do the work. You got to go to the gym. You got to get on the treadmill. You got to do the curls, right? You got to do the crunches, right? That's consistency. If you want something, it's like turning on the faucet, and that lag time, right? For the water to come out, we have to have consistency. And what is the next thing that has to happen?
Before we go to that next thing there, I want to share this with you here. Taylor's talking about going to the gym. We're always talking about lifting your weights. I know how distributors think, okay? You're thinking you got to be perfect at it. You think you got to go down and crunches. You got to do 100 crunches your first day, okay? You don't have to do 100 crunches ever in a day. Okay. You could do 10 crunches in a day. Okay. And that's enough to stay consistent with that, and you'll get results, the result that you need. It's the same thing as it is with cooking dinner. It's the same thing as cleaning the house. It's the same thing with whatever you do. It's the consistency of the effort, and whatever that number is going to get you results. You don't have to go to the gym and become Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay. And if there's one thing that I hate at the gym, guess what it is? And she brought it up. It's crunches. I don't like them. Okay. And I get my number, and they're always saying, do more. And this is my number. Now, the other stuff I'm going to go for. Okay. But you're good enough as you are. So whatever your number is of what you're going to establish, okay, you just do it consistently. It doesn't have to be 100. It can be 10. It doesn't have to be 500. It can be 50. Okay. That's all it is.
So I see like some of you are looking for the link. So I'm not sure. Normally it's whenever you scroll to the top in the description, you can see it in the description. So if you don't see it right now, make sure that you do it afterwards, because once you give them permission, you're in, right? So, okay. So it says I missed you both. Okay. Well, we missed you too, but
when did we get missed? What happened?
I don't know. It says, I missed you both. So it's hearts and loves, but I'm not sure who it is.
I'm going to take the hearts and the love, but I don't know when we were missing.
No.
That's dangerous.
No, they missed us.
Oh.
They missed us. Like, you miss a family member.
Okay.
Yeah,
listen,
I love that.
Being taught.
And love this, Sheena. Consistency and Zaire. That's good. That's good. But here's the second thing. The second thing is repetition. Repetition. Okay, let's say you go to the gym, right? If you're going to the gym and you lift the weights, you can't just do it one time. You can't just make one curl and say, okay, that's my effort. How crazy is that to go to the gym and only do one curl and thinking you're going to make a difference in your body? Well, you may, but that's going to be a long time, a long extended time. But let's do it. Let's go to the gym and do 10 reps, right? How fast would you start honing in your body? How fast would those biceps start to develop if you started doing lifting those weights every day? How fast would you build that muscle? That's what we're talking about.
And I'm going to take it from the same kind of perspective I've been trying to focus in on here. It isn't every day. It's the days that you choose. Okay. If you're choosing every day, that's fine. If you're choosing 5 days a week, that's fine. If you're choosing 3 days a week, that's fine. The most exciting part about that, and the most important part, is your choice. Okay. It isn't the choice that you have to accept by an upline. It isn't a choice that you have to feel like in community acceptance. Okay. You're all good enough as you are. Okay. Because you got to remember something. This is an incubator. What we do with the ABC approach is it's an incubator for the most important part of your business, which is understanding, okay, the audience that you have out there, 80, 15, and 5, okay? 80% of the people at your local gym, okay, do not want to become Arnold Schwarzenegger. They do not, okay? They don't want to even get cut. They just want to be able to be part of a community. They want to belong, and they want to feel like they're doing what they want to do and feel accepted and appreciated. That's your organization, 80% of them. 15%, here's the best way I can explain it to you. 80% at your gym only want community, juice bar, and the lean against the cardio machine. Now, if they feel good about themselves for doing that, they feel good about the gym for doing that, and they feel good about you for recommending them to that gym, guess what? Everybody's happy. 5% of those people want that, but they want to get on the treadmill. And 15% want that, but they want to get on the treadmill. 5% want to become Arnold. And so it doesn't matter who you are. Me. Angel has missed you.
Oh. It was Angel. Oh my gosh, I missed you too.
Okay.
Mwah, mwah.
Wonderful.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for telling me, because I was like, somebody missed us. So I'm super excited. I miss you too, my friend. I love it. I love it. So we have some special guests here, and I can't wait for you to hear them. So you guys buckle in. This is going to be so much fun. This is the highlight of my week. whenever I get to hear from our wealth building community and the people that are in the academy using the book club and what's happened with them and their business. So
yeah, and pay attention to their story, but pay attention. Most of them, everybody has different lengths of time that they're involved here, but they're all even have different income goals, different things like that. But how they're utilizing everything that we have, regardless if they're that 80, 15, or 5 category.
Okay. All right. So we're going to take it over to the Netherlands. Nude, how are you?
Hello, Larry Taylor. I'm fine. Thank you.
Golly.
Nice to be here.
Nice to be here with you. Oh my goodness. So we're super excited. So tell us a little bit about you and tell us what's happening with you. So you're kind of new to all this, but you're having some amazing results. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. My name is Nout Hekkens. I live in the Netherlands, in the middle, somewhere beneath Eindhoven, a little place called Gelderop. I'm always been a construction worker. I have no experience with networking and selling, but I'm getting there. I'm married with my love, Leah. I started as a customer. I had some health issues, so I took care of that, and it worked so perfectly good for me. So I thought I have to share that with everyone. So I worked. I like working, and I like helping others. So that's going to be fine. I started September last year. I started with the ABC, the Academy, the book club, and the book. I have it here. I'm still reading it. I'm chewing it, every letter. I love it, and it's working. It's perfect. I am also taking care of taking in a focus group. I got a tip of the family where I'm in and then I met Larry and Taylor. It's and I'm following the advice, and it's working for me. It's just use, talk, demo. It's fun, easy. It's simple. I'm starting to think about the language, about the audience, about how I have to behave in all of that. My job is talking to people. I'm doing that in every way. People I know, people I don't know. I don't care. I'm publishing on the internet, so I don't know who is reading it, and I put my link there. I'm talking to businesses. And the people I'm meeting it's great. It's growing every day. I started in September, and I have, I think, 47 or something like that on my Facebook. It's now over the 500. I try to put every day maybe 50 in, and then shift a few out also. And it's what you already mentioned. It is consistency and repetition. That's very important. I made my homework. I made my job description. One moment of the day, I'm now the boss. The next moment in the day, I'm now the employee. It's great. I'm working on my stories. I have a friend with cancer. I helped him. I use his story. So then I tell people, perhaps, maybe not. I don't know. If you don't try it, we won't know it. So why not? What you have to lose?
I love it, Nude. So because we just recently started a focus group with you, and I loved it because I really wanted you to share with the community here, because it was literally, I mean, we started with you, and the next day you got 2 customers.
Right.
Like while you were walking your dog.
Yeah. This week I have 70 new prospects. I put 4 on my list as a customer. They bought for $600. One became ambassador. So now I have 3 ambassadors, 25 customers, and 14 prospects on the way. It's unbelievable.
I love it.
And I love what you shared too, Nude, is like whenever you were talking about like your income, like that you've been averaging a little over $500 every single month, like since you've started in this brief time. Like you're averaging right now, like $500 extra a month. That's such a powerful story.
Yes, it is.
Such a powerful story, and it's only going to grow.
Yes,
So,
yes. For me, not the money is the mission, but helping other people. That's my mission. But you need money for that. So money is not the goal, but it's how you call it. We need money in this life, otherwise you can do nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, Nude, we're so happy. Thank you so much for taking out time to share with the community, Wealth Builder community here today. I'm so excited for you. You're crushing it. I can't wait to see what happens in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, we want you coming back in 90 days, not 6 months, 90 days, and giving us an update. Everybody in the community would love to see that. You know? Yes. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nude.
Okay, thank you, Nude.
Now, I don't want to share this with you. What you just heard here from Nude is typical of what happens in our community. But this has got to realize something. The audience out there in our space has changed dramatically since COVID, okay? I can't even share with you the dynamics of the people that are out there today. Yes, they're looking for health, and yes, they're looking for money, but I use the phrase all the time, the Lamborghini bikini crowd has diminished over the last 5 years and definitely has diminished over the last year to 6 months. But here's where the audience is. People today are looking to that $500 to $1,500 a month that they can do without having to learn how to blog, without having to do videos a day. Nothing wrong with all that stuff. It works, okay? Not without having to do all that stuff in 3 ways and Zoom this and Zoom that. All that stuff is good. But they're looking for a way that they can do it in a fun, simple, magical way. And you know what they're after? Helping to pay the mortgage, okay, or helping to pay the car payment, or helping to take care of an elderly parent, okay? That's what this is all about. And that audience is so big, and we talk about it all the time. In America, the direct sales space has grown now to about 7 million people. Okay, but the people I just described to you is now approaching 70 million in America that will respond to the type of story that you just heard. That's what happens in the book club to get you exposed to that. In the free resource center, the MillionAIREtraining.com free resource center is where you can start learning this stuff. And if you really want to go for it, get into the academy.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so now our next guest coming on here, Miss Ann. Ann, how are you?
Hello, thank you very much for having me on.
Well, we're so happy to have you here. So tell us about you. Introduce yourself. Tell us about you and where you're from.
My name is Anne. I'm from Ireland, in a wee county stuck in the middle called Monaghan, just on the border of Northern Ireland. I started this business a bit like a couple of months ago. I'm a rookie here, very much so a rookie.
Yeah, good.
Have absolutely no experience. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 3.5 years ago. So I was very much on the fence, taking the product for my multiple sclerosis. And the distributor said to me one day, you know, I was watching her kind of doing her own wee bits and pieces, and she's God, you'd be great at selling this. I said, no, I have no confidence. I don't talk to people. I don't leave the house. And this is even before COVID had hit. Like, so here I am, a 52-year-old, never been on Facebook, never even had a proper phone. Going from that to the ABC of an academy, the book, and you know, it's just been a whirlwind. So it has. I've just, for anyone out there, it's so easy and it can so easily be done. You know, get yourself a copy of the book, because I love page 112. That's what started me off, and it was, you know yourself. You know, and once I got into that, everything just fell into place. For years, you know, not even for years, for months, I was taking a product. My upline, she didn't know this, but she had me dangling like a puppet on a string, you know, kind of waving at me, you know, from the sideline. And bit by bit, she introduced me to the book club, to the academy, to the book. And I've been getting all my ducks in a row. very important. Repetition, consistency, every day. Get into it every day. I'm not, believe it or not, I'm nervous. I'm not a chatty person, but now I love to talk. Love to talk. I talk all day. So good. And I could talk about the book, about the 6 pillars. For me, as I say, you know, where do I start? Where do I stop? It's my first month doing the book club. I went out and did my sales, and orders were just coming in. And my first month, I don't mind saying, I was only looking for €200. I ended with €875 my first month.
Wow.
And I was
that's over $1,000, guys. Like $1,100.
I was just crying, because how easy this is. I'm an ordinary Joe Soap, have no IT skills, no nothing, but I got into marketing, DMO, news talk, did the whole lot, and I'm starting to make money.
Wow.
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 I love this story. I mean, and like listening to you sit here and having this conversation, I would have never, if you would have told me I'm not a chatty person, I'm, you know, I don't know. I would have never believed you.
That's nerves. But I think when you're living on the edge as well, it kind of helps. Even your news talk, you have that anxiety about first lifting up, about first doing a news talk, and it is anxious. But repetition, consistency, there's an ease and there's a flow.
Wow. Wow. Well
this
said.
is so good. This is so good. So, I mean, you really connect with so much of the audience from the perspective of that, having this success. And we talk about this. We talk about the business being as simple as use talk demo. But this really right here so spotlights the simplicity of this, because the fact that you didn't have Facebook, the social media, you didn't have, all of these things that most people think they have to have and discount themselves out of. And there's so many nuggets in this story that I love.
And gold mine, love it. Love it, absolutely love it, because coming on this, you do get a little bit of nuggets, and you can't at the time think, it's all blasé, and you come away and think, yeah, I must add that bit in now, and it just all comes together. It's just an easy flow. I've never been in business before, but my God, I should have done this years ago. It's so easy.
Wow. I mean, like
so
the comments over here. I mean, everybody's like, Sandra says, that's incredible, Anne. Well done. Now, I'm not sure who this is. It says, way to go, Anne. You're fantastic. You're amazing. I don't know who said that, but please tell us who said that. I love this. And so there's another Facebook user says amazing. And we have Anita here. She's saying amazing. And then Trisha's saying, hey, Anne, you rock, such a beauty. Wow. So you'll have to go in and give everybody thanks as we go back, as you go back in and listen to read the comments. So, Anne, I'm super proud of you. I can't wait to see what happens. I'd like you to come back on maybe in the next 90 days and share, what's happened after you've honed in those skills, right? With some consistency and more repetition, what happens? It's going to be amazing.
This rookie started in spring as well.
Hey, you're dangerous, honey. You're going to be dangerous.
She already is. Congratulations to you, Anne. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
So nice to meet you.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wow, guys. I'm just blown away. Like,
yeah, this is something. And here's I want you guys to think about this. I want you to think about you so-called, she's a rookie. Okay, she's calling herself a rookie. I call her she may be a rookie, but she's a superstar rookie. But let me tell you how many rookies like Anne that you have on your team that you've taken for granted because you're trying to teach them all of this stuff and overwhelming them. Get them with basic fundamentals that never change. okay, and they can see the fundamentals and they can get the job done. Think about having 10 ands. You got them in your group. If you've been around for a year or two, you got 10 that you've discounted, okay? You got 10 of them. Get them involved.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's go to our next guest here. And we got Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Andy, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so tell us a little bit about you.
Fantastic. How do I follow that? No, and wonderful. So guys, my name's Andy. I come from Scotland, small town called Falkirk, which is right between Glasgow and Edinburgh. And I was introduced to the industry 9 years ago. My background at the time, I was a student at university. I didn't really enjoy my course. I was more interested in my martial arts, which is, it was just my passion at the time. And at the time, I'd just come back from a year abroad as part of my university course, and I had been going to this boot camp before I went away, and I came back and I realized that people at this same boot camp were getting fantastic results on something or other. And I asked the coach, what is it they're doing, and they introduced me to the company's products. Now, I was actually, as I say, I'd been competing internationally. I'd done these kind of products and, that kind of thing. And I was very, very, very skeptical. I always thought they were what was it I always called it? It was powders and pills with pound signs attached to them. That's what I thought about them. But I tried them out. I loved them. I loved how they tasted, and that really hit me really hard because a lot of the things in the shops didn't taste that nice. After a few more exposures, I went to my first company meeting. I'd just been made redundant as a lifeguard, so I was looking to make an extra few £100s a month. Living with my parents at the time, wanting to move out to get my own place, also get my first car, and I heard just story after story after story of people getting great results in the products, and I thought, I want to do those products, but I need a way to, fund that. And then I heard more and more stories about people that were making 200, 500, £1,000 a month. And I thought, well, these are just normal people. That's all that I needed just to keep me going. And then I heard the bigger stories as well, until we heard the top earners. And that made me think, well, I'm just about to leave university. I have no idea what I want to do with my career. It's probably not going to be what I'm doing with what my degree is related with, but it's given me a bit of a bigger picture to say, well, this is how far it could go. There's a career plan here. And I got started with the company, and over the last 9 years until meeting yourselves, it has been more of a flavor of the month. Everybody's got their ways of doing their business, their daily method of operation, and I kind of always fell in with the crowd as what was trendy at that time, and very frustrated why the people I were bringing in weren't doing volume or weren't putting products through or what have you. But then meeting yourselves and getting involved with the book club, was the first step. And it was through my upline and also a few sidelines that I know you're familiar with, got onto one of these calls like just now. And I remember getting involved through the book because not only had my sidelines been talking about it, my upline's been talking about it, I actually won one of them, and that's this one right there, and got a signed copy, and I've still got the notes, so thank you very much for that. And I absolutely love the book, and probably my favorite chapter in the book is about how to employ yourself.
Yes.
I come back to maybe I'm upset that other people aren't doing the job. Well, what am I doing? So that really made it clear. Stop pointing the finger, because there's always going to be three pointed back. Turn that finger back and point to that. Well, am I responsible for their success? No. But what can I do? I can just do my job description, which is get more customers, get more members, and just keep going like that. And that was my aha moment that came through the academy. Focus on lifting your own weights. It's your job to do your job. Nobody else should do it for you. Right. The other big aha moment for me was it's use talk demo. It's got to be fun, simple, magical. If you don't want to show up, if you go to a job for a paycheck, that job you might not particularly like, but it's what brings the money in. You're just doing what you've got to do. this is the same. But you might as well, because you're your own boss here, you might as well enjoy yourself. So I've looked at everything I've done over the last 9 years. After the last deep dive on the academy, I thought, well, what was the time that produced got customers on board and new members on board, and what did I love doing the most? And I found that I've gone back to doing that, and all of a sudden, would you believe, business has gone right back up again.
Yes.
And so that's how you stay consistent, and you constantly want to repeat what you're doing because you're having so much fun. And that doesn't mean there's going to be bad days. There are. And for me, one of the earlier points that I learned it's taken me about 9 years to learn this. You're talking about the Lamborghini bikini expectation. I was an 80%er, and I still am, but back those days, I was judging my worth in the sense of, if this is so good, why am I not achieving the massive incomes here? Why am I not, driving about in a supercar? That kind of thing. And it made me think, oh, nobody's going to want to know this. But as you say, Larry, they're not looking for the Lamborghini bikini. They just want to pay the bills. So when I'm talking to somebody about my income last month, my income last month was £500, which is around about $750. And some people say, and I say to people, well, listen, I'm not sure if that's something that impresses you, but I tell you what it's done for me. It's paid my car for the last month, and it's paid my mortgage. Those are the sorts of things, because it's something they can relate to. And that's just made it a lot easier to talk to people. So keep it fun, simple, magical. Focus on your job description. And I love when you're saying you're good enough as you are, because everybody is.
Yes.
So give yourselves a break and just love every moment.
Wow.
This is so good, Andy. Like, I'm so proud of you for many different reasons. But, Gemma's saying, yes, that's mine too. And, talking about like, because how many distributors have lost their way or have fallen by the wayside because, as you deemed it, the flavor of the month, and they could never really build or never really have a foundation to launch from. And then they start thinking, as you said, they start internalizing, I'm not good enough. I can't do this business. And the fact that you have pressed through and continued through the process, because I'm telling you, I see a whole new trajectory for you right now, because you're of your mindset, of your belief in you, the strength that you have with your, talking about not only your product, but your opportunity, because you nailed it with what you just said in your story, taking that to the marketplace. That story is more valuable than somebody taking a $10,000 a month story to the marketplace, because there's more people like you that need what you have to offer. And you now have the platform, you now have the foundation to show them it's all I do every day is use Talk Demo.
Exactly. And I'll be honest, the big $10,000 a month stories, I learned that that's just the result of showing more and more people how to make 10% of that. Default to the 10%, as you say in the academy again. Show more people to do that. You're going to eventually it's an inevitability, but you got to put in the work. So as I say, keep it fun, simple, magical, and keep showing people how to make that extra $1,000 a month, and you'll get there.
Wow.
Woo!
Thank you, Andy.
Woo!
What
Yeah.
you just shared was what I was going to comment on your story, because that story is my story. When I came to my first meeting 54 years ago, I did not buy the Lamborghini bikini story. Okay. I bought 10% of it. Maybe I can make 10% of that. Okay. That's that's where most people are. And you listen, I want you to think about how many Andys you have in your group, or how many you guys are Andys. Okay. Are Andy's. Nothing wrong with you. Stay consistent here. You can see it in Andy's his face. You can see it and feel it in his words. Okay. He is proud of himself. He is at the gym being him. He's not at the gym trying to be Arnold and being discouraged by everybody. One more rep. Okay. Listen, uplines and companies have the best intentions, but they're trying to make everybody generally an Arnold. Okay. You incubate to become an Arnold. You don't start as an Arnold. And guess what? Arnold has setbacks all the time with injuries and things. And so here's what I want to tell you. $750 a month is what I heard. I'm going to tell you something. Within a year, okay, you keep this up, it'll be at $7,500 a month.
Well, 750 pounds. That's about $1,000.
No, I thought the 500 pounds, 700.
£500. It's around about $750.
Yeah.
Like that.
Listen, the
I'm not
comments.
good with converting for currency.
The comments are blowing up over here. They're like, "Smashed it, Andy. This is awesome." So exciting times, Andy.
You
That's what
guys,
they're
you
talking
got
about.
Andys out there by the dozens. If you don't have them in your group now, you're going to have them in the next 90 days. If you keep following the ABC approach, they're out there and they'll be with you for a long time. Listen, we're talking different countries, different companies, different product lines, okay? Different compensation models. What do you need? This thing is flying around the globe right now.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Andy. Appreciate you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Okay. Guys, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I love these stories.
Yes, me too.
So I don't know if you're here listening in and you're on the stateside America. As you can see, we've already been through the Netherlands. Then we went to Ireland, and then we just went to Scotland. So let's see, what country can we go to now? Woo. Sharon, hello. How are you?
Hi, Taylor. Hi, Larry. I'm great. Thank you very much for inviting me on the call tonight. My name's Sharon, and my background was in office work. I was trained as a secretary, and I absolutely hated it. Hated working in an office, but that's what I had to do. And I discovered that I loved talking to people. So I went into a sales job, which I actually really enjoyed, but I had 2 small children. So I was missing their growing up years, and I really wanted to find something, but there was nothing that I could see that I could stay at home with them. So my husband had a good job, my late husband, and we both had a nice car that went with the job, and everything looked good, but we could only just pay the mortgage. We didn't have enough money for the children's shoes, but you wouldn't have known it to look at us. Gary came home one day with a business pack, and I was really angry and very skeptical. But I tried the products in the box, and I had a great result. And so just the usual thing, people saw what was happening to me and wanted the product. So I started a business, and without even trying. But I was the day that I earned £400, that's about $600, I think. That day I quit my job and sacked the nanny, because she got 400 and I got 400, and so we were off. And I didn't intend to do any more than that, really. I was just happy at that. But Gary said to me, "Well, let's work this a bit more," and he helped me with the business. And we went to our first training, and there was Larry. Got trained by Larry, so it was absolutely amazing. And we moved.
Well, first of all, what country are you? What country are you in?
Yeah, I'm in Spain now, but I started in UK, in England.
So how many years ago, or what year was that you got to see Larry on stage at your first meeting or training?
1984.
Oh my!
Wow.
Wow. I remember you and Gary very, very well, and I always enjoyed working with you, but we lost touch until about a month ago or so.
I love this. So that must have been incredibly life-changing. 1984, that was a few years back.
It was a terrific struggle to do the business then. People thought we were crazy. It was very hard. But we were so determined, and the inspiration, the teaching that we got from Larry and the founder of the company was absolutely phenomenal. And it enabled us to move up through the levels to quite a high level. And then we just really enjoyed the lifestyle and the family. So it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. And then we moved to Spain, and we kind of semi-retired, but I lost Gary soon afterwards. And then I just carried on. The business helped me look after my family and just have a really good income. It was incredible, and made me lots and lots of friends as well. And And then I met my new partner, and we've been together for a few years now. And we started to work together quite seriously, and we moved up another level. But I'd lost touch with Larry by then, and we thought we just started managing our team after that.
Yes.
And thinking we were working and working so hard, doing trainings and everything. And Frank, my partner, he's amazing. He totally believes in Herbalife. Sorry. The business. Oh, sorry. And I got in touch with Larry through Facebook. I saw him, and I messaged you, and then he called me, and I was probably quite rude. I didn't mean to be rude, but I said, well, I don't know if you can do anything to help me, because I know what to do. I just know that I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. So when I joined the academy about this month, it was incredible. I thought, wow, because I'd been listening to the tapes. I first of all bought the book, and I looked to see what the academy was about, and I really just was so frustrated and unhappy with the way I couldn't do the business, because we thought we had to do it through social media, and everyone was climbing up the levels and really doing social media, and I couldn't. I hated it. So it's been incredible just to get in touch with Larry and to meet you, Taylor, and we're really enjoying what we're doing, what we're learning. We made a 90-day plan 10 days ago, and we've got one new customer, and we've got a new prospect, and we're back to working how we enjoy what we enjoy.
Wow, Sharon. So I love this story, and I hope you guys are hearing what's being said. And whenever you think about how the stories and the mindset and the psychology of why people, when you think about when she started, just that extra 400 pounds, right? That she made the first month, to sack the nanny. I kept that up there, to sack the nanny, right? Everybody's like, yes, how many moms out there want to sack the nanny? I mean, that story is still relevant today. And then to be able to go to a live meeting with Larry in 1984, guys, I won't even tell you how old I was in 1984, but, and to be able to be girded with those foundational skills. But there is a world of people. So the level of success that you have been able to achieve, and our condolences to you for, your loss of Gary, to have the business to build, but then have that foundation to be able to support you in that time. Yes. I mean, guys, that's really what ultimately why we want to do our business, why we want to set up our business to where we create leaders, where we create fun, simple, magical, where we create that use, talk, demo concept, because there will be those life circumstances that you aren't going to be able to lead from the front, and to be able to gird people with their own self-leadership. That's why pillar number 6 in our academy is so important, as you bring people in so they can bring themselves up, right? That's the idea. But there's another side of what Sharon just shared here too, and that's this, is that there are a world of distributors in this age group, in this age bracket, that maybe have been around, that are frustrated because they don't see where they fit in. They don't understand how their life or their world collides with social media and how to do that. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter. And you just even heard Ann say, it doesn't matter that she didn't know how to use social media. She was still able to build a business with these skills, with these principles, with these concepts, without social media, right? She's not even on Facebook. So it's possible. And so I love this story. Sharon, I can't wait to see what happens with you in the next 90 days, because you're just embarking. I wanted everybody to hear your story, because I think it's so fascinating how things come full circle. but where you are now, where you're seeing, okay, the possibilities, but what's going to happen in this 90-day run that you guys are setting yourself up to do? What's going to happen for you and your team?
Yeah, really. Thank you so much, Sharon. We're really excited about 90 days. We want you back. Okay.
Definitely. Yes, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what happens. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Awesome.
I want to say a couple things here as I'm getting stimulated here by the conversation here. Sharon didn't have to do this financially. Okay. She's at a level in the company. She's been there for a long time. She didn't have to do this. She did it for herself. Okay. I can tell you of the multiple, companies and I know so many people that are at a sufficient, more than sufficient, and even a great income level that are frustrated with their lives because they don't know. They see this new thing come in with all the social media and they don't know how to do it. Okay. There's nothing wrong with social media. We love social media. But if you use social media as a goddess where you build your foundation on without these fundamentals, because social media is constantly changing and it's been here with us forever. You know what it used to be? Flyers on the cars at Walmart. It used to be videos, not that you downloaded, that you handed someone. It used to be fax broadcasts. It used to be conference callings, not Zooms, but conference calling. It's always been here. And guess what? Social media is nothing except faster, quicker, better. That's all it is. And it's constantly changing. And when we first started the academy, we said, listen, do your social media. Don't make the social media, the technique that you're using, the goddess, because whatever you're using now will be different in a year from today. And we've all seen it happen. And whatever you're using now, 6 months ago, you were using something different. And I'm going to tell you 90 days from today, it's changing that fast because with social media, a day is a week is a month is a quarter, etc. Use social media if you like it. Learn it if you don't. Okay, doesn't matter. But build it on the foundation of the ABC approach that will be with you forever. Okay, forever. And as these techniques continue to change, i.e. conference calling, i.e. Facebook and Zoom, okay? As they continue to change, you're building your team on the fundamentals and never forget the 80, 15, and 5 incubator, okay, that makes this thing happen for everybody.
So guys, like I love all of these stories. There's so many nuggets and so many things but what it is, it just validates everything that we're talking about here because, it's as simple as ABC. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, right? When they talked about the book and I highlighted, somebody said, this is my team and I, we listen to the 6 pillars over and over, as you should, right? As you should, because here's the thing, you don't know it whenever you remember it. You know it whenever you can't forget it. And these are the things that have built our industry, these principles right here. But I'm telling you, the 6 pillars is the gas in this car that's going to drive this space to a whole nother level. And I look so forward to Club Friday, being with each and every one of you, with sharing with the wealth building community, the stories that are happening inside of our wealth building community and our wealth builders here that are sharing and inspiring, so many sharing, I hope you go back and see it, so inspiring, so inspiring, so inspiring. Every single one of these stories today were so inspiring and really creates the belief. And so we're just,
I want to tell you one thing. At the bottom of your screen, you keep seeing the MillionAIREtraining.com. You know what that is? A free resource center. The MillionAIREtraining.com is sponsored by the Academy, okay, the Wealth Building Academy. It's a free resource center. Go check it out. Watch what's there free. And then imagine what's in the Academy for about $1 a day. Imagine what's there. That's where the 6 pillars are. That gas that Taylor's talking about, that's what it's about. Check out this free resource center that's sponsored by the Wealth Building Academy.
If you've got new people, the free resource center, go to the Millionaire Training, go join the book club, but more importantly, go download the free chapter, just like Nude said, how to employ yourself. That is relevant to anybody, and it's free there just for you and your new people that are looking, maybe just getting started. Maybe they've been around, like Sharon, maybe they've been around for a while. Who knows? Everybody needs these foundational principles. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. We hope you have a blessed, amazing weekend. My name is Taylor Thompson.
I'm Larry Thompson. She's the big T. I'm the little L.
And we're here to help you grow you.
So you can grow your team.
So you can grow your check.
So you can grow your company.
So that's it for us, guys. Guys, we're going to stay on to you, say bye to you privately. But for all you wealth builders out there, Larry and Taylor, bye-bye.
Adios. See you later, man.